I'm here. Give me a moment. I have to fix my hair, brush it, spray it up. Hello. So, first of all, let's hope that the music is not copyrighted. It's set copyright free. Uh, if I was to streaming only to Twitch, I wouldn't care, but now I'm streaming also to YouTube. And YouTube does care. Okay, welcome everyone. I hope everyone is doing fine today. If not, this is the time that you should uh, start getting fine. Because you see me. How's the weather for everyone? For me, today is a lot better than yesterday. It's 6 degrees less uh, than yesterday at this time. It's 28 degrees Celsius right now for me. And it's a more cloudy day. It's supposed to be raining, but I think it passed us. But I also have my fun this time, so I'm surviving. Also, before I get to the meat of the stream, a few updates. So, previously I multi-streamed from Restream, which is convenient, but I think this is what caused my streams to lose connections. Especially since even if I streamed through Restream to one of the services, it still lost connection, but less. So now I'm using what's it called? Add-on to OBS to multi-stream. Let's hope that it works better than Restream. I'm only using Restream for chat right now to keep track of both. What else? Emotes. I don't know, but I heard yesterday there were some complaints that you guys couldn't see better TV emotes or other emotes like that from extensions. And I tried to fix it, but I don't know if I did anything because on my own channel, I don't see those emotes, but on others' channels, I see the option to have those emotes. So I don't know what's up with that. Let me know if they are back or not. Let me confirm that everything works as it should. Okay, usually stream cuts with Restream at least at 20-minute mark. So we're approaching it. Oh, hello Graham. Hello Niles. Why jump scare? This stream was in the in the schedule. Alright. Hello lady. Hello, welcome. Good to see everyone today. I don't know if anyone heard me when I yapped, so I will repeat myself now that you guys are here. Previously, I multi-streamed from Restream, but I think this is what caused me to. Thank you, I actually need it. This is what I think caused me to lose connection. Restream is convenient, but I think their streams, their servers are a little buggy. So now I'm using extension to OBS, so let's hope that my stream doesn't cut. Usually it cut around 20 minutes mark for the first time. We're approaching it, so we'll see if the stream cuts. So I won't even start doing anything regarding world building before that mark, just to make sure everything works properly. Also, how is the weather for everyone? For me, it's 28 degrees. It's better than yesterday. It's a bit cloudy. It's supposed to rain, but I think it passed us by. And I have my fan today in my room, so that's good. I tried an extension once and it destroyed my entire stream. I couldn't get it to work. I had to get the newest OBS version, and even then it's a little broken because it's supposed to be named multi-stream or something like that, but it just its name is just title, and some of the buttons are a little bit weirdly formatted, but overall it's working. 17th. Oh, I would kill for a 17 degrees weather. It was briefly sunny while I was in the bath. Now it's cloudy again. Typical. 26 is raining like hell, and I had no power for 4 hours. So you stole all the rain. I didn't have rain, but you had it. It went to you. Like when I was in the shop, I was returning to home and it started a few droplets I felt on my skin, and I was like, hell yeah, I will get back to home and it will start raining. No, that was all. The few droplets. That was all. Okay, we're at a 20-minute mark and the stream has not cut out yet, which is good. Okay, let's get to world building. Uh, how many of you guys are actually interested in world building? Do you daydream of your own worlds? I know I always get surprised when I hear that most people don't create their own stories and worlds in their head. Like it's for me, it's so natural. I've done it since I can remember. You also write, nice. What do you write exactly? What kind of things? I wrote some short stories. I usually get the most written when I'm writing about my tabletop characters. Okay, you're also great. Queer fantasy romance usual. Nice. I I played not written since uni. I did have not written much in my life too. I mostly just create in my brain. That's why I want to make this stream to force myself to put those ideas on paper into the world, to start doing something with it. Um, I played solo tabletop RPGs. How it works is usually, in normally there's a game master and other players. In solo, you're the player and game master, and you just use tools to determine what's going on. Oracles, they called. You roll for a randomized words that are supposed to inspire you or something. Uh, I will not get into specific how it works, but uh, I my character in that solo RPG was a woman alchemist, and through it was a simple story at first, but it's quickly transformed into like very complicated political landscape of a city. You know, uh, there was spying, espionage, and things like that. But the thing I am the most proud of is lesbian romance that got created just by chance of dice and my own imagination with one of the characters. And the dialogue that I created for between those two characters, I got impressed by my own writing. I must say, I really like those scenes between those two. It was really heartwarming, but uh, also mature. And I'm talking about my own writing this way, and sounds like I'm, you know, it's weird complimenting your own writing, but I did something. I think I did something good there. So I want to return to that. I would like to recreate that and those scenes in some form in the future and share it with people. Okay, I have to stop yapping. Ah, let's get into world building. Tell me how's the audio actually. Okay, so magic system. We did it on stream previously, but I'm not happy with how it looks. So I want to redo it today and maybe go a little further. My magic system is based on a soul. Soul is your fuel, but you also the thing that you can manipulate. You know, in most magic systems you can manipulate reality or something like that. In my magic system, the only thing you have control over is yourself. That involves your soul. And your soul, you can change the properties of it, turning into a fire or something. But obviously, if you use your own soul as fuel, it comes with consequences. But the fundamentals of it are based on three pillars: mind, body, and soul. Because to properly be to master it, to control it in any degree, you have to have balance of those things, because all of them influence each other. So you know, if you want to create fire from your own soul, you have to know how to do it with your mind. You have to know how uh, fire works intellectually, and with your body you have to know how fire feels, for example. So all of those things are important. And I started writing in a document a better explanation that I put out on this piece of paper. I think when I originally wrote it, I didn't feel that great. So it was lackluster. So I started writing a better explanation. Unfortunately, I didn't. I started doing it today, and I didn't write as much as I would like to. Uh, right. I will drink some. Um. I have to get rid of the habit of saying I hate it. Whenever I listen back to my streams and I listen to myself, I don't. I really cringe on about what I'm talking about, even if it's cringe. I feel like it's making for a good content if I'm cringe. What I cringe the most about is my pronunciation, that I slur those words out, and I'm doing. I hope you don't mind it that much. But I don't know, maybe I should make a redeem that every time I do it, um, ah, you get something. If it's getting better, then it's good. I have no idea if it's getting better. I don't feel like it's getting better. Then it's not good. Okay. It's the sound of thinking. Now it's the sound of empty brain that tries to convince you that it's thinking. Okay. Do you guys watch Just Strive Hayes? He does some MMORPG content on YouTube, reviews. Also reviews of older games. And he does streams, and he has a lot of clips on YouTube. And he's a great speaker. He also made some good videos about talking about his approach to making content. And I don't know, I really admire his way of speaking. He can talk about nothing for a long time and yet gets people listen. A master of padding. I want to calculate that. Okay. A master of padding, but without filler words somehow. Right now I'm just trying to make a graphic. A big shame that text editor in Krita is so shite. Because that means I cannot type in here. I have to do it by hand or draw things in here and then import them, for example, to GIMP, where I then can assemble everything with text, but that's bothersome. Lady, if you don't mind, would you like to tell me more about your fantasy? What? Fantasy worlds? God damn it. I cannot get it right. Alright. I don't mind that it's the sound of ping. Ah, no, that's not it. I have a lot of different ones and they usually got quite complicated. Well, that's how I like it. But I'm guessing it's just hard to put it in chat. Eh? Mm-hmm. Telling me about they slowly back away. I'm a fan of dark setting with lighter storylines. Oh, to be honest, kind of same. I kind of like it that way too. I mean, people back away when I tell them about my words too. No one wants to listen. You guys are cool. You guys want to listen to me. Let's move this brain a little bit into the center. Yep, deselect. It turned more into a drawing stream than a world building stream, but I feel like visual information is very important. No one really wants to watch a stream where there's a lot of text. Mm. Let's get the heart to model for me. Mm. Alright, let's see. Let's make sure that my stream didn't die. No. I'm still not sure how to represent a soul. Any good ideas? For now, I'm doing it the Japanese way of kinda just drawing a blue flame, like I mean in iconography form, obviously. This would be more of a ghost. Oh, it's not a good iconography for a soul. Ball could be fine, but kinda weird. I don't know. It doesn't really say soul to me. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. Okay. Ah, I there's something lacking. I will accept the ideas, but I have the three pillars of a creature. That is mind, body, and a soul, which creates a nice pyramid for a visualization purposes. But I feel like there should be something in the middle. Maybe just a human figure. I have to fix my cable situation underneath. Like legs got caught in it. Mm-hmm. Okay. In the meantime, I should probably put in title. Also, Asmancy is still a working title for the magic system. I feel like, I don't know, it sounds kinda cheap, but maybe it's just me. It sounds pretty cool. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, hello, Mose. Mose, did I get it right? Hello, Mose. Thank you for your kind words. Welcome to the stream, and welcome. Let's snap in. Did I say it right? Can I call you Led? Yeah, that's why I think visualization is important in those things. Like I could just sit here with a document open and just write it out, but not that good to watch. Oh no, S was nice. S. You can witness the glory of my calligraphy. Asma. Well, yeah, 10,000 page Google Docs. If I were to write it out in a Google Doc, and I'm doing it right for myself, but it will probably take 20 to 25 pages if I go in detail. Only about Phasmancy, because there are a lot more complicated stuff when it comes to the three pillars. Because Phasmancy is specifically about the soul part of my magic system. But you know, there are areas in my world that I'm coming up with where body is is focused on, and people manipulate their own bodies, mutate them, and that would be another 20 pages. Same for the mind. So I my system of magic isn't that novel, that original, but I feel like I have very good depth in it. Like I go into detail and very specific things that no one will care aside from people that also world build. Okay, thank you, lad. Ah, why are you right? Yeah, last tool, OP. Alright, we have our title. Let's try to center it. It's going slow for now. I hope we will pick up the speed. Okay. This is the moment that I would normally just take the text I got from in my document and copy it here, but Krita's text editor is complete shite and unusable. Unusable? Is this a word? Did I invent a word, or is it a word? Or did I just say it funny? Okay. I will try to write everything out. No, that's a bit much for the text. So I read it out for now. What I wrote. It's written from a perspective of a researcher. Most creatures, including humanoids, are made up of three pillars: body, mind, and soul. It is said that the closer to the balance between all three a creature is, the closer to perfection they are. Well, it's mostly positive simplification because balance is indeed important. It is still a simplification. What if someone has a weak all three pillars? It's hardly perfection then, isn't it? Regardless, it's still a good saying for a common people to keep them mindful of it, as imbalance is far more dangerous to them and their surroundings. A person with a weak body can spread diseases. With a weak mind, can become mad. With a weak soul, the most dreadful, turn into a husk, or just die. While the importance of balance cannot be overstated, it is the area of the world I hail from. We focus on mastering our ability to manipulate and control the soul, which is called phasmancy, the subject of this paper. Nothing can be achieved without the cooperation of the three pillars, including phasmancy. But the soul is the most fundamental aspect of this school of magic, and as such we have to explain it in great detail. So, just an just so you have an idea what we're working with. So I will write out cliff notes for now, and I will later replace it with more solid text. I think this is cool thing to write with. Yeah, I like it. Looks a bit like ink. How should I format it? It's a bit big. You just learned Photoshop? Yeah, I should probably too. Welcome Raiders, welcome to the stream. That's a rare sign in this part. Welcome the nerditor. Welcome the Raiders. Oh, you were world building too. What were you world building exactly? Body, mind, soul. Uh, Very early on in its creation, but I want my future players to play through the history of this world so very early on. No magic and such. It's been fun. Welcome, great Dini Gaming. I also pretty early in creation. Like I have a lot of ideas for my world, but I'm just starting putting it in on the paper. But I have a lot in my mind about my magic system, so that will influence every other aspect of my world. So I have to put it on paper. So creatures I made out of the three pillars: body, mind, and soul. Sci-fi space opera, but for now it's simple fantasy setting. Oh, mine is fantasy, kind of kitchen sink, but I think I'm trying to combine it in more unusual ways, like taking cultures of real world and you know placing them in different areas of the world or combining them. Ah, okay. I lost focus. What I was doing. Ah, yes. Okay. About balance now, I should write. Balance is. Okay, thank you for the rate again and have a great day, night. Balance between them is important. Billie Holiday about body, mind, and soul. I should listen to it. Lack of it. Of it can cause. I don't think I can do it on stream, but I'll try to remember. Balance between them is important. Lack of it can cause creatures to go mad. Spread. Now, how to write this is my brain or my existence. This word is the diseases die or become a ask. All right. As mancy the how to phrase it? Balance self stars and music. Is this also a title of a song? Oh, you're a musician. What kind of music do you make? Fazmancy. The School of Manipulating the Soul cannot be achieved without proper and here I could really deep dive into this balance. For example, I could write a paragraph about confidence and how it influences people's magic. Because the art, yeah. Um, People, for to manipulate the soul, the most powerful Phasmancers are also just confident people, confident in their abilities, confident in their bodies, because that means they are the most in tune with all three aspects of themselves. So most that also means that most Phasmancers are pretty hot, or at least confident, which makes them hot. Because as we all know, being confident gets you higher on the attractiveness, the art. At moment hip hop. I got a whiplash. Sorry. Social, religious, hip hop consciences. Sorry, hard word for me. Conscience, rap. This is real. I never saw the grouping of those words. But yeah, my magic system is perfect for an anime or something because in anime everyone is hot, and there is no real reason why everyone is hot. But in my magic system, it's justified. If a magician, Pazmancer, is a scantily clothed woman, uh, it makes perfect sense in my magic system. If it's a buff guy without a shirt that just loves to show off his muscles, it also makes sense. Now we should cover what is soul. Does arrogance ever backfire? I mean, I wouldn't say being arrogant is necessary. No, people can be overconfident, but obviously, some of them are confident or arrogant, and they overestimate their abilities. God is waiting. What is it about? That you interest me, lad. I never. You speak of things I have no nothing about. You're like a magician right now to me. So I also had an idea with this in mind that confidence is important and being in tune with your body and mind. For a trans character, uh, that is obviously struggling with her body, not matching her mind and soul, which is and that she would have to overcome it one way or another. Like she would be talented, but just because she's not in tune with her body, uh, she's underperforming. So I think that would be interesting character in a story, and that way explore also gender and gender expression. Okay, what is soul? I will read you guys a section about what is soul. In older cultures, the soul was believed to be the holy energy, the most important part of a creature. While it's still regarded as holy by many, on which I won't comment, now it's generally agreed every pillar is equally important. Its function is still not fully understood and probably won't be in the next millennium, but the common understanding is that the soul is a foundation that provides a structure for both body and mind, a glue, if you will, that allows the pillars to communicate and cooperate. The soul also functions as a library of a creature that contains information about their body and mind. That's why when an individual loses their soul, they die, or worse, be- become get to live as a husk, which means both surviving pillars start losing their shape. So yeah, I have a concept of a husk, name subject to change. I welcome ideas. That when someone loses their soul, there is not many ways you can lose your soul, but if you lose your soul, your body loses foundation. Your mind loses foundation they were standing on, and your body can physically start changing shape. Your mind can change in unexpected ways. Well, what that involves, I will. That is completely a separate topic, so not for this stream, but uh, It's also why ghosts exist. When an individual loses their life, the soul usually disperses, but on rare occasion it can retain its shape, at least partially, leaving behind a walking record of a person, a memory. But yet again, it's a subject for another book. So yeah, uh, ghosts are also explained by this magic system. Usually when a person loses their body, that means they die, the soul also just disperses into atmosphere. But if there are other reasons like typically when a mind was strong enough, for example, because someone died with regret or in a drastic situation. Oh, wait. Okay. Um, I will stop playing music for a second. They, you know, a soul remains, which is basically a memory of a person. In most cases, the soul cannot learn new things. In most cases, they just repeat what they were doing in life. In some cases, souls also can talk with people about new subjects, but that soul never will learn anything new. At least not for a long time. Never changes as a person. But the souls like that are rare. It says if love conquers all, why popular society will hate and evil superiors. Hmm. Lead. It kind of feels like your suppression. I don't know what you're talking about. But I stopped playing music because the playlist changed, and I don't know if this one uh, I can play on stream. So let's get tavern ongoing. Can you expand on what you mean by the words you're saying? I'm going to refill my water. Give me a second. I'm back. Money, bloodshed, corruption. Okay, guys. Uh, we have to solve a puzzle. A puzzle that is led. I think like they are giving us clues to solve what they mean. It's fascinating. Let's analyze it. They were talking normally. Sorry that I'm talking about you like you're not here, but uh, I'm trying to understand. There's a song by Billie Holiday about body, mind, and soul. Okay, topical. Then they started balance, stealth, stars, and music. say about music, although by this point I didn't understand what they are saying. I'm a musician, okay, straightforward. And they answered the question of what kind of music they are making is, at the moment, social, religious, hip-hop, consciousness, rap. Which still stumps me. I have a project in the world called God in Waiting. Okay. It says if love conquers all, why populate society with hate, evil, suppression? Okay, I think I'm starting to get it. Let's says that the project God is Waiting is about love conquers all, why populate society with hate and evil suppression. And I think it's also about money, bloodshed, and corruption. Let's. Can you confirm? Did I solve the puzzle? What what you meant? Let me tell you my chorus. All right. Kinda feels like they are not listening to me. Okay. What now? What I was doing? Ah, soul. Uh, okay. Let me write that. Sorry, I'm when I talk a lot, I tend to bark. Okay. I think that just has a massive delay. But maybe that's just my stream that has massive delay. You're welcome to tell me if the delay is high. You can tell how long the delay is by how long it takes for message to pop up on the screen. Also good news, today no stream cutting. Okay. Oh my god, no. Delay for messages popping up on screen, but I think the main delay is on let's end. Yeah, alright, thank you. Souls are believed by many to be holy. Actually, why did I capitalize this letter? Recently, uh, it's believed that all three pillars are equally important. Soul Diaries, Hunting Sons, Stun Guns, Dumping Dums, Dungeons. Mm-hmm. Alright. Those are believed by many to be holy, but recently it's believed that all three pillars to be three pillars being equally important. Do I miss anything more? Ah, yes. The soul functions as a foundation of the pillars and a library of a creature. Okay, perhaps I write too much and draw too little, but I don't know how I would write that. Ah, soldiers, 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 hunting sons, gun, dumping, dums, dungeons. No, not really know the rhythm of what I'm supposed how to sing it, but sounds fine for now. Lack of body can create a ghost lack of soul causes death in most cases, but sometimes creates a husk. Alright, now I'll get to drawing something. Functions, confrontations, amputations. Hard to tell how all those things fit together led without context. I'm sure they're great. Let me actually save this. Okay, give me this human. Here we are. Let's get something going on this page in drawing department. Oh, I've been streaming for an hour and 20 minutes already. Time flies. Nation after nation out of formation build foundations. God is waiting. Okay, so soldiers hunting Sonstan's guns, dumping dungeons, functions, confrontation, amputations, nation after nation out of formation, build foundations, God is waiting. I don't have a rhythm for that. Personally. I'm not a rhythmic person. Even when I learn a song, I have to do it alongside the original singer because I just never learn a rhythm of a song. Right. Got a human figure. Human. You did perfecto. Thank you. Then it was by mistake. I didn't feel it, you know. Okay. We have a human. I should label some of those things. Um, what is this? It's first text. Where did I write text to? What? Ah, here. Alright. Let's label this. Get M closer. Mind, body, soul. Alright. How did, let's say, we have this magic system with mind, body, and soul, and body houses the soul. How would you? But it's more than that. It's like a container, right? But your body has borders that contains the soul inside. Would I just call it container, vessel, or just body, or maybe something else? Al Sajdi. I have no idea what it is or who. Mad World Dawn. You know, if you want to share some of your music, you can do it on my Discord in the proper channel. So how would you guys call it? Yeah, I think so too. I just like I feel like vessel is a subcategory of a body. But I would have to explain then that because body are also your insides. I kind of want to explain, describe only the outside part, but maybe I don't have to. Also, I'm going to go ahead and already draw a core, because we're going to explain the core in a moment. The core of a soul. Uh-oh. Music change, I don't want that. No. Yeah. I don't like when in Spotify, once you go through a playlist, it changes to another one. Let's go back to this one. Shall. Um, could work. I don't want it related to Husk, because Husk is something completely different. It's a person that lost their soul. I'm looking for a word to describe the container of the soul. But I think for now I will just call it body, maybe I will change later. Body, soul. Okay, I will in a moment explain the concept of a core of a soul. Well, in short, it's core of your soul, right? While you use your soul, it can still regenerate as so long as you have your core. Mm, and I want to ask you guys for a name for this core. I could keep calling it core, but I'm looking for something cooler. Heart of a soul. It could be too confusing with a real heart. Divinity? What is that word? Divinity. Ah. Hmm. It's too religious. Maybe some people in the world would call it that. but we're looking at it from more sci- science purpose. Let me fix my tone. Scientific perspective. What's the thing called that is around inside the egg to protect the egg? Membrane, I think. At least that's what light. Yeah, membrane, alright. For now, then I'm going with the soul core. Until something better comes along. If there are, I know there are some world builders. So to any world builders, what's the most interesting nation you thought of? For me, I really want to get. I have an idea for a nation of, let's just say, sexually uh, open people. Usually, things like that are reserved in world building for sex cults. I don't want a sex cult. I want, let's say, I want an evolution of a sex cult. What if a society emerged from a sex cult, let's call it, but it's actually not, it's pretty chill actually, you know? What if they are just like a brother is a temple in that, or at least some of them? What if, what kind of positive changes would that bring? What kind of negatives? I like exploring things like that. I think that's the purpose of fantasies and science fiction. But I feel like most people would be afraid of doing a society like that because, you know, they would be accused or just doing a fetish thing or something. It's hard to explore topics like that without being labeled fetish. Core, membrane. So we have body that houses the soul inside, and soul core. And around the soul core is core membrane that, you know, protects the core. At least that is how it's widely believed in the world, because obviously most of it is speculation based on some evidence and clues, but you know, it's a fantasy world. How are they supposed to know those things? Oh, I ate L here. Maybe Kerr is a corrupt nation in a dystopian world where all people are born men, and you need a ritual to create woman. Oh! In Kerr, being a woman is a punishment for criminals, so the law is corrupt and women are often innocent, made into slaves. Hmm. So I still immediately started thinking. In our world, a lot of trans women would kill to get to that nation, do some kind of crime, and be turned into a woman. Slavery part kind of ruins those plans. But if you have a good way out, is Kera the only nation that can turn people into women, or is a magic like that common enough for people to get transformed into their true genders? There's no good place to be a trans woman. Ah, it sucks. You would think that with magic allowing you to. I was about to say that you would think that with magic that allows you to change gender, people would be more accepting, because it's natural thing in the world. And then I remembered we have surgeries and it doesn't work like that. Alright. By the way, if there are no people coming in and they are confused on what's going on, just ask. I will happily reiterate and repeat myself just to explain. Um, okay, we have this diagram of showing a person and their soul core, body that houses the soul, and core membrane that protects the soul core. I feel like we're missing the mind here in this diagram. We don't really need it to represent what I want to represent. So, but it feels like it's missing because of that. Okay. I need a 5 minute break. Just to stretch, rest my brain for a second. I look at my writing and I started writing so small letters and then I just, fuck it, big letters. But I will write it anyway later. But yes, we have three pillars: mind, body, and soul. Asmancy is the art of manipulating the soul, but it cannot be done without cooperation and proper balance of mind and body. Lack of body creates ghosts, can create them, and lack of soul creates husks, can create them, because usually it just results in death. But if your body and mind are strong enough, then you get fucked and become a husk. Uh, what are they? What are the husks? Maybe I should explain at least briefly. Mm, I have not perfectly, completely figured it out, but I think they just, in one way or another, become monsters. It depends on the person, what kind of monster they become. But yes, it's similar to Wendigo. The lore of Wendigo is that they kind of turn and desire, like when they were hungry and ate someone, then they become a Wendigo that just wants to devour flesh. But in original role of Wendigo, from what I understand and remember, it's not always hunger of the flesh. Sometimes it's greed that can turn a person to a Wendigo. So in that way, I think, yeah, depends on your desire, of your dark desire, to turn you into a different monster. But there are rare exceptions when seemingly a person retains their human shape and mostly their personality, but people still don't trust them, obviously, but they are, well, they don't have a soul. So even if they seemingly act normally, uh, not on change, no one can come out unchanged from losing a soul, but even if you will act still like a, most like a human, people won't trust you. So that's a thing. Okay. Let me grab something to for a snack. I feel like I need some sugar or something. Give me a moment. Are you dream? Ah, right. Are you dealing dealing with focus towards binary in this fantasy world? Um, it's it's not really binary world. Can you elaborate? Explain a little bit more your question? Uh, I don't know if you're talking about, I don't know, gender, evil versus good. If you're talking about evil versus good, it's definitely not binary. If you're talking about gender, it's definitely not binary. I'm eating. I don't know what they are called in English actually. What are called those things with chocolate and cream inside? With chocolate outside and cream inside. Um, with like a cream foam inside. I don't know the word. Tea cakes? Let me Google that. Doesn't look like it. Milka makes it too. I'm not thinking Milka once, but never exists stands or the opposite. You're throwing me on off a loop, lad, today. No, not this, lady. They are square, what I'm eating, and small. Okay, never ending existence or the opposite. Bird milk? Is it? I think it might be that. I would never have thought that's the name. Yeah, it's the bird milk. Is it called in English bird milk as well? It's the stupidest name it sounds stupider in English. To answer your question, somehow led, never ending existence or the opposite is not binary in my world. I have an idea for a race of creatures, of bug-like creatures that evolve depending on what they eat. And they have life cycle, let's say 20 years, I don't know for now, but let's say 20 years. Uh, for 20 years, you're just like a standard larva. And then and then you die. But your death, because before dying, you get into a cocoon, and then after you rebirth, uh, those creatures generally don't retain their memories, but they retain experiences, and they come out with new form based on what they were eating. So they technically are immortal, but they die and rebirth constantly. Uh, and it takes a long time for evolution to take place. So a few hundred years before this race starts thinking on a more conscious level, closer to humans. So at the beginning they are almost like animals, pretty much. But later become sentient. Okay, I ate a little bit. That's enough of the break. Okay, YouTube stream is still going. Happy for that. Okay. Body. Let's write it down. Let's move this. Body. Houses. The soul. The soul never leaves the body naturally. Unless, you know, you're dying or something. The body outside of death. Natural. Okay. How do I approach this topic? I just got a notification that soup prices will rise. On Twitch. Body houses the soul never leaves the body naturally outside of death. Okay. Then wait, mind over matter then is my understanding. let. I wish I could understand you. But I don't understand half the messages you're talking about. Maybe because of the delay. What I was going to do? No. No. I'm blanking right now. Soul. Soul is generally believed I wrote it wrong. Not naked to the eye, but invisible to the naked eye. Soul is generally believed to be constructed out of particles invisible to the naked eye. So no one can see the soul, even if it leaves the body. The exception, I guess, are some ghosts. But again, about ghosts we would have to talk some other time, because they work a little bit differently. They make up changes a little when they have no longer the body or mind. And although soul is believed to be made out of particles, some people stand the theory that it's more like strands interweaving with each other. But in my world, particles are more accepted theory. Let me draw some of those. Oh fuck. I fucked up with the text, with the layers. That's fine. Okay. Should I go about drawing those particles? Like 20 would be good. I should make them more circular. They don't have to be perfect circular, but you know. Oh, I know. Let's do this. Duplicate layer, yes. Because I will actually draw the strand theory too. Alright. I hope the stream is still going fine. It seems it is. Great. No, I think I have to change the color to blue. I really like fantasy chill music. It's very comforting. I should play this music when I go on walks. It feels like I am exploring the world, even if I'm just walking my neighborhood that I walked for years already. Really, maybe if I played this music more often for myself in my daily life, life would feel more like an RPG, and that would mean that, I'm doing, uh, what is it called? I'm doing more things because they're like quests. Maybe that's the secret to doing everything you want to do. Just play RPG music so you feel like you're playing an RPG. Okay, and we have strand theory. I don't want it to be so square, so I'm going to round it down because I think it should be more like looking more like a web. Let's work like a habitica that turns your to-do list into an RPG. It's pretty fun. I know of it, but problem with things like that, with any app like that, is that I just forget to open it. I will write down my tasks and I will just forget to open the damn app. Mm, I have to really finish my diagnosis of my ADHD. So I can take drugs for my problem. Now it looks more like a net than strands. I'm going to delete everything here. I don't like how I represented the strand theory. More like a web theory. A very niche theory. I feel like I will just do this. Oh, it's a celebration. I think it's going to rain soon. The gods answered our prayers. What are weird speaking habits you guys got? Because mine is that instead of saying "oh my god," I'm saying "oh my gods," just because I feel like I don't know if there's one god, and I like fantasy. It sounds a bit silly, and I'm also not sinning by naming bringing up the name of gods. I'm sinning. I'm changing my sin to worshipping other gods, I guess. I mean, same. Uh, Put down because I want to fit in a bit of text. Uh, Maybe we'll finish one page today. It takes a lot longer than I thought it would. I will be honest. I mean, I'm also chatting with you guys, stopping myself, but it's crazy how long it takes. To create such a paper. Well, to be honest, I place a lot of fault in Krita. I think next time I might change to Photoshop or something. Just because I hate that I cannot use text editor here. Because using text editor is actually painful in Krita. Some believe or something that, or some prefer. I think that's what's better. Prefer uh, in theory that souls are made of strands, but it's less accepted. Okay, we got that. Nice. I feel like we got a decent amount of text with decent amount of drawings. Now it's a moment when I would probably start explaining the soul core in more detail. Now that I did not wrote it in my document yet, but the idea is that the soul core, well, I should rename the soul part on the diagram, because it's the soul and soul core are together soul, so that part should be renamed to something different, but I'm not sure to what yet. But essentially, the soul core produces the rest of the soul that occupies the body. It is generally believed that you can use that overproduce that leaves the core for casting spells to manipulate it. But well, it is debated, like everything, to be honest, because people say, well, when you cast too many spells, you start changing, you start not being the same person, and people refute, well, that's just growing up and getting older. So we will still debate what are the effects of casting using phasmancy and what are just naturally being human. But yeah, generally accepted that overproduce of soul you can use. You cannot only touch the soul core. If you touch it, then you damage your core being. Like, once you're out of soul, then you can tap into your soul core and get the double the what you had. But it's like you're going in the blaze of glory situation. So soul core, if it's only damaged, if it's somehow you don't take all of its power but only damage it, but then it still can you can for example lose feeling in a hand. You could try to heal that obviously, but it's hard. Or you can get more aggressive. Your personality can shift in some way. So losing part of your soul core is serious business. It can heal, but what was lost cannot be regained. It can heal as a blank slate, and you can override this blank slate. But yeah, it just take a long time to recover damaged soul core and fix whatever problem it caused for your body or mind. If you can even fix it, because even if your soul core regenerates, if you lost your feeling in a hand and you're more aggressive, you can, if you're not working to actually fix this, you can override that blank slate in a soul core by those traits that are negative, and you may never recover unless you damage your soul core again in this exact spot, but that's not something people can control generally. I just had a realization. Isn't it weird that I'm just here saying weird stuff about things that don't exist, that come from my mind? What world is weird. Humans are weird. So now, how to explain all the things about Soulcore in a brief manner? Soulcore produces no, I can't on this. Okay, Soulcore produces and houses the soul particles. Their overproduce leaves the core into the body and is generally believed to be safe to use. To use. Nice. Those particles that stay in the core are less that become the core particles. What's the name for them? I don't want to overuse this word core. Synonym core. Root maybe? Key particles. Fundamental. Principal. Primary. I will go with key particle because it's short. For now at least. The core become key particles that house or that store the most important information about the creature. Right. So yeah, soul core produces the particles in the core, uh, and overproduce of them leaves the core and scatters around the body, which the particles never leave the body naturally. There is small leakage, I should add, but overall uh, they don't leave like in massive uh, numbers, just small leakage that, again, if there's too much it just leaks into the atmosphere, but it's trace amounts. And those particles that stay in the soul core become the key particles, like in the brain, uh, like it's long-term memory. The soul is a little bit constructed like the brain in that way. So soul core stores core information. I should probably do something how they travel. If they if the particles outside can come in to the core, but I can figure out that later. In all of this, still, mind. Okay, good luck with Habitica. Uh, the mind is missing in all of this, but I still don't have this figured out. What's the role of the mind in all of this? I mean, I know what's the role of the mind when casting spells, but I don't know in the economy of the soul if you're not casting spells. In what brain for sure communicates in the soul in some way, but what and how? I still have not figured that out. If you have ideas, uh, you can share it with me. Membrane that protects the soul core is also constructed from those soul particles, but they just uh, become membrane particles, something like that. Yeah, okay then. I should put a picture of a core close up here. But I don't have exactly idea how to draw that. Okay, let's overview of everything. Like I know that I can draw the core as just a ball, but that's not that interesting to look at. I'm going to go back here to my old version, because today we only, for now, went over the construction of a soul. I went much more in depth than the first time I did stream like that when I just says wrote some bullet points. So we have three pillars: body, mind, and soul. Phasmancy is the art of manipulating the soul, but every other pillar is important. Okay, music changed. Let me make sure that I'm not going to get copyright striked on YouTube. I think it's fine. I'm going to change just to be sure. I'm going to change to stream bits for some time. So, yes. So all the three pillars are important in Phasmancy because you cannot manipulate without a mind. If you don't know what you're doing, you cannot do it without being in tune with your body, without knowing also what you're creating, how the thing you're creating feels to your body. So all three are important. If you lack a soul, you'll become a husk, basically some kind of monster. And without a body, the soul could normally disperses, but could become a ghost, a memory of a person. Soul never leaves the body; it's contained in the body. And in the center of the body is a soul core, protected by soul membrane. And the soul is made up of soul particles that are created in the core. I have to figure out how exactly core works inside. At least what people in the world think how it works. But yes, overproduce of the soul particles inside the core leaves the core and goes into the body. When there's too much in the body, there's small leakage, but it never leaves like in bigger amounts, never goes outside of the body. It's just leakage when it's too tight, basically. But I would say that particles just disappear in the body itself instead of leaking outside most of the time. Mm. And some people believe that it's not particles, it's the strands, that the soul is made of strands. There are other theories, but those are two main ones. For how much I talked about, and for how much I was writing and stuff, not much actually done. So far. I guess I was talking about the aspect of the world too and with chat. So, natural, I guess. But let me talk about some other aspect that we didn't get to. About actually how Phasmancy works in practice. So, expansion is the fundamental of casting. You need to know how to make your soul leave the body. And soul expansions generally, like naturally, your soul won't escape when you try to doing it. It just kind of expands out of your body while still maintaining the shape of the body, because it's just the most natural shape for your soul. So you don't have to worry about it escaping or anything like that. It will still tether to your body in the same shape. But also I didn't get to that, I forgot about. But soul density is important. If there's particles, you know how many particles are per like inch of your body, square inch, tells how potent, how much you can cast, basically. The amount of your souls. So, but when you do soul expansion, the density lessens. Naturally. Maybe it's I shouldn't name it density because the density lessens, but the amount of soul overall just stays the same. It just covers the larger area, but it doesn't matter that much. Mm. Focus expansion is the art of expanding your soul in a set area of the body. That is harder to control. It's actually easier to make your soul live in all places than on your hand, for example, around your hand. So that's another step, another application, and then there's soul shaping, changing shape of your body to, you know, it naturally remains the shape of your body, but changing the shape into something else, like a tentacle, like shown in this picture, that's hard, that's unnatural. It's like bending your arm in a unnatural direction. It requires a lot of practice, which is a lot harder because you cannot see your own soul. You cannot see anyone's soul. So you're just doing it by feel. And then there's soul manipulation. It's changing the properties of the soul into desired state. The most common and easiest to learn thing is wind. It's the most versatile thing and is applied to many other powers. You want to create fireball? Well, you will need how to create wind if you want to control this fireball and throw it. So wind is basics. Like uh, maybe there are some people that don't learn how to control and create wind with this in Phasmancy, but not a lot, and they probably make it harder on themselves. So everyone knows wind, how it feels. It requires little study how it works, so people master it as the first thing, and just for starters, just make it go around your arm, and then apply like you're doing focus expansion around your arm, then soul manipulation to create it into wind, and then apply also soul shaping, and all three things are very hard to do. It can be easier if you practice hand motions, right? So then there's muscle memory coming into place that just helps things. That's why people cast spells often with hand motions and things. Sometimes if you just want to do a strike, a wind strike, you're just going to punch the air because that's the natural thing. And but if you want to make something complicated like a tornado, then you probably have to wave your hands around to get it working. But it depends on the person. Some people also start saying things, to help them cast things. But again, it's by the person. Some people need words to cast more than moving their arms. Some people don't have to say anything at all and only move their arms. So yeah, that's the basic of Phasmancy. And I have energy to stream more, but not exactly this, not exactly world building, not about my magic system because it's kinda tiring. And I see that today I have decent viewership. I appreciate everyone coming here and being. I'm happy to be your second monitor content. In the future, after we get the basics of Phasmancy, then we'll be able to get into the different aspects of my world, because I cannot. It's hard for me to world build anything else without having figured out most of Phasmancy because it's so important. It influences everything else. So we have to get that going. Um. So yeah, for now, I'm going to look for a raid target. Just we'll see if there's anyone I would like to raid. Mm-hmm. Uh, oh, I'm going to send you guys to less chill vibe of a stream, more chaotic energy, but she's a gem. I might be back a bit later with art streaming if I feel like it. I just have to rest a little bit before doing anything else. Okay, bye bye. Tomorrow is I will be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Every VTuber has to play it at some point. Uh, okay. Oh, I'm glad that you found it interesting, lady. Okay. Bye bye. See you later or tomorrow. We'll see.